My name is Dr. Sean Price, Clinical Coordinator at The Fix here in Fort Walton Beach. This video is not going to be a very popular one. And the reason I say that is because I have found in my clinic that the patients that do not recover and end up dropping their healthcare plan, whether it's a chiropractic plan simply to help find relief from, say, fibromyalgia, or it's a huge neurometabolic treatment plan to help them recover from a chronic condition such as Hashimoto's or diabetes or something like that. What I found is the patients that experience difficulty and usually stop very quickly in their treatment, they do so because they have learned to identify with their problem. They've learned to wear their condition, their diagnosis, as a sort of a badge and a badge of honor, and that becomes their identity. And I find that to be a problem with something. Now, it's not a problem with all patients. A lot of patients come in and they're suffering from these conditions and they're fit and determined to get ready, and so they start treatment with us and they do extremely well. And I've got to the point that I can start recognizing patients that identify with their issues versus want to truly get well. And if a patient identifies with it, we usually don't accept them for care unless they can truly convince us that they really want to get well. And the reason for that is when you identify with the problem, when it becomes your identity and people start treating you differently because you have this problem, then it becomes hard for you to get a new identity. It becomes hard for you to get out of that challenge, and you start getting something from it. You get attention, you get sympathy, you get these different things. Sometimes it gets you out of situations that you may not want to be in. Like if you're not a social person, you can always blame your condition for why you can't go do a social thing. If you're somebody who doesn't want to actively work, then you can use your condition as a reason for not being able to go and get a job. And so I find that those patients have a hard time wanting to re-engage with life. So my point in saying this is this. You cannot solve a problem with a problem. Okay, so you can't solve a problem by focusing on a problem. If you have a chronic disease with a chronic diagnosis, you cannot focus on the fact that I have this disease and therefore this is who I am. That is not the case. You have this disease diagnosis because your body is malfunctioning. So focus on the malfunction. Take the disease, hey, this is great information, put it on a shelf, get over here and focus on the malfunction and focus on turning that into function. Because your body is designed to heal. Your body can heal and it can get you away from this disease process. So you cannot build a healthy life when you are identifying as yourself being a person that has this disease process. So take your disease, take your diagnosis, put it on a shelf, focus on finding the malfunction, focus on getting help, and focus on the recovery. There's a saying that you can't cure darkness by focusing on the dark. You have to focus on the light. So if you're in a room and the light's turned off and it's pitch black, you don't have to study why is it pitch black. You don't have to figure out, oh my God, what happened? Why did the darkness come? You don't think about the darkness. You don't think about how dark it is. You don't think about how scared you are. You think to yourself, you know what? There needs to be light in here. We need to fix this darkness. So you start feeling along the wall and you start trying to figure out where you're going. You hit the light switch and you turn it on, and now you've cured the darkness. Same thing with a health condition. Acknowledge that there's a health condition and then start feeling along the wall, feeling out what it takes for you to heal, what it's going to take to get the function back. Find that, flip the switch, and then you get the disease to be taken care of. So the reason I say the support groups can be a problem is a lot of times if you get into a group that is not necessarily looking for healing, but they're looking more for compassion and more for helping support you through the process, then that develops that identity of this disease. And you don't want to do that. If you're in a support group, make sure that the group is there to bring physicians in that can help you recover from the condition, to help educate you, help you learn what you need to do to get yourself better, not to identify with and how to deal with the condition and stay in the condition, but how do you get better. Okay, I hope this makes sense. Again, I don't think this is going to be a very popular video, but it's a very important distinguishing mindset between a patient that gets well and a patient that doesn't. If you have any questions, feel free to post below.